Substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Now it's Kaká. Costa Curta.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Cafu. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
That's a super give and go. Looking for the run, and he was alert to it.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Costa Curta finds himself offside. Rafinha. Oh, a delicate chip through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
There's the shot! Oh, in he goes again! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And that has been clubbed. Oh, what has happened here? Owen. Bastoni is there, and he can get that clear. This might spell danger. Nice control. Rummenigge. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. Oh, well played, well played. Courtois with the clearance. Nicely weighted ball. And that's a good ball. Can he finish? It's there! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Owen. Now, can they get him away? Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Chance! He
ตัว
has
ไม่ต่าง
done
โลก
it!
อีกกว่าไม้อ่ะ
And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Chelsea take the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Rafinha, yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Substitutions taking place.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. And it's Seedorf. Played out wide. Tries to cross. Climbs up big! They've scored! They have stolen level at the last! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Costacurta.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And it's Belletti. Now Costacurta.
오, 저 싹.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Kaka taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match.
Just a quick reminder.
And is...
On.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and his speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And he's gone searching crossfield. Dani Olmo spots it and intercepts. Xavi Alonso. Now, can they get him away? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Luis Suarez. Great vision. Oh, that pass isn't the best. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising. There could be trouble here. Seedorf promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for the run. Kaka. Can he get it through? He's picked his way through. He's under a lot of pressure there. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Quarter of an hour played.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Picked out brilliantly. Bullet! Decent enough try.
Bullet really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
And here's Rafinha. Looking for options for movement. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Kaka. Dani Olmo. That's an excellent interception. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Kaka. Now it's Rafinha. Rodri is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Cafu. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Lille couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Lille were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Xavi Alonso. Alonso. Can he get on the end of this? He's had a shot! And it's a goal!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Strokes it back. Tries a shot! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. And he's searching. And a chance! Really well taken goal. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Lille grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Nicely aimed pass. And now they can spring out of defence.
2
Rafinha.
minutes has been indicated.
Kaka. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Threads one in, and he's worked it through. And the half-time whistle goes. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
And a quick announcement today that memorabilia from today's match is now on sale in the Stadium Hall.
And so we're off again. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Pull it. And that's gone loose. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That's a cute ball. He has found the way through. Vieira. Pull it. Suarez receives it in a good position here.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Rafinha. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Kaka. He's got away. Kaka driving forwards. Oh, nice touch. Oh, important interception. Not the most accurate pass. That's really nicely played. Played out to the left flank. Oh, they can break here. Pass somewhat off target. Xabi Alonso, who's set up one goal so far. Distributed tidily. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nice looking ball. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. Rafinha. Neither of these two want to come off second best. 60 minutes played. Turns back here, probably the best option. And here's Dani Olmo. Now it's Rafinha. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Seedorf. Rafinha.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
That has ended up in no man's land. Howson. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Lille clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Kaka, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Hullet. Seedorf. Great vision. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Tries to... And he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Just about up to 75 minutes. Nesta gets across to intercept that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Lille really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 18, Baggio.
And it's Bale.
Number 17, Xabi Alonso.
Pass is just off target.
Coming on the field, number 4, Guti. Number 10,
Guti.
Eto'o.
Now it's Rafinha.
Number 15,
And this is Eto'o.
McAllister.
And it's
Substitutions
Seedorf.
taking place.
Saliba. Oh, good spread. He's in plenty of space here. Kaka. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Nice control. That is good strength. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He is through here. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Guti. Now it's Rafinha. Now it's Kaka. To McAllister.
There will be
There'll be a
1
minute of stoppage time. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Showing good feet. McAllister. Eto'o. And time is up. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in.